Senior Vice President of the JSW Group, Vijayanagar Works, Karnataka. He has always been very helpful, available to us whenever we needed his guidance. So we have him moderating today's very important session on the balance between professional and personalized service approach. With him, joining him on the panel is Ms. Sandhya Anilkumar. She is the Assistant Professor, Faculty of Hospitality Management and Catering Technology at the Ramaiah Institute of Applied Sciences, Bengaluru. We have Ms. Payal Joshi, who is the Rooms Division Manager at the Doubletree by Hilton, Bengaluru, Whitefield. And we have Mr. Ankit Choudhary. I'm sure many of you all have seen him around yesterday. CEO and Chief Curator for Champions Club. That's an interesting designation, Chief Curator. And last but not least, Ms. Shalika Sharma, who is the Executive Housekeeper of the Taj Bengaluru. So a very esteemed panel. I will invite Mr. Ralph Sunil and his panelists on stage. Do give them a round of applause. We are hoping more people will join in for this very interesting discussion and very trending topic. Okay, thank you. Over to you, Mr. Ralph Sunil. Thank you.
It's okay. Hello, check. Hello. Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you for those who have come to attend this session. At least we will try to make a fun session with lot of interaction. And before I start the session, I would like to tell you there are some audience prizes also. There are some vouchers for the audience. So if you participate, we have got some wonderful vouchers from Ankit. And it's a stay in his ranch in just outside Karnataka, outside Bangalore. So I'm sure all of you are aware of the panelists. Today's subject we thought we will take on a roller coaster to understand, do our customers in the service industry or guests in the service industry require more than what they get? Or is the service industry becoming more personalized than professional, or becoming more professional than personalized? Where is the balance? So for example, I was traveling on a flight, and the flight was at the airport, and the airline did not take off for 55 minutes. And we are all in the aircraft. It's happened to you sometimes? Yesterday. I don't know whether you are lucky or not, but this, for some reason, the air conditioning in the aircraft was not on for 55 minutes. And we were all sweating. I will not tell the name of the airline. We were all sweating and everybody making commotion, but still nobody on the air condition for 55 minutes. Is it lack in personalization or lack in professionalism? This is exactly what we are trying to speak today. So the air crew said that, sir, the engine will get problem, some technical issue, some bullshit they were giving. But the personal comfort of all the people, including children, women, elders, and the rest of the people on the aircraft, was really in a very kharab halat, very difficult situation. So like that, many examples are there. So we would like to discuss this today along with all of you and see that how we get elements that we can take back to our workspaces to make a good balance between professionalism and personalized services. Am I clear with the subject? So this is what we are going to do. So first I will ask all our wonderful panelists who have been here to give a small round of introduction about themselves. Then we'll open the topic with the panelists. Then we'll invite you also to participate. So let me start from my right with Shalika. Shalika, you can introduce and give your ideas on the subject.
A very good morning to everyone.
Closer.
A very good morning to everyone. Thank you for being a lovely audience here, and you will be here with us for an hour. My name is Shalika, and I'm the executive housekeeper of Taj, Bangalore. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible now? Okay. My name is Shalika, and I'm the executive housekeeper of Taj, Bangalore. I come from a academic background of being from an being a student of maths and then turned to the hotel management where I excel, and I was a part of Oberoi Center of Learning and Development. And I have a batch for 2006, 2008, and then I moved to various brands as an executive housekeeper and joined Taj 2015 and headed Taj Wellington, Mumbai, and Taj Bangalore I've opened, which is the biggest Taj hotel in the southern region. That's the experience I come today with this lovely panel that I have. I would, with the sir has said regarding the professionalism that we are talking about, yes, we will. I personally feel that we need to have professionalism in a working place. However, we also need to maintain a balance between our professional and overdoing our service, and that's what I will bring on the table today during the discussion. That yes, we need to balance both professional and do not institute our service or do not get into the personal space for the guest and the customer that we are dealing with. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Payal Joshi. I am the Rooms Division Manager at DoubleTree Whitefield, Bangalore. We are a new hotel. We've just opened 4 months ago. While my career spans across 4 different hotel industries, I would say, hotel chains, Taj, ITC, Hyatt, and Hilton. And I've been with Hilton for the last 6 years in Bangalore in the various hotels that we have here. Having worked with different hotel chains, I've obviously gained the experience of managing guests the best way possible. I would believe that, at least. For me, when it comes to professional and personal space of guests, I would say, like Shalika said, I would completely agree on that. You have to maintain a balance. But when you say balance, you have to ensure your professionalism is still there with your personal touch. It cannot be that you're being completely, void of that professional part. So yes, professionalism with a little personal touch, giving it your best shot and across all the hotels. I think that would be the best thing to do for any guests.
Hello. Ankit.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Ankit Choudhary, and I'm the CEO and Chief Curator at Champions Club. So when I say Chief Curator is something because at Champions Club, we provide a lot of luxury experiences, be it on yachts, air charters, at our private ranch, or even doing events in a very experiential way, be it corporate events or destination weddings. So my take on this topic is a little towards the personalized side because we are into creating lifetime memories, and those experiential offerings is not something which people get to experience on a day-to-day basis. So where we really try to maintain a lot of professionalism, but we get pulled towards personalization at many times. So I think apart from giving my inputs today, probably I can also give a little bit inputs on how to not get dragged towards personalization too much and how to maintain that balance between professionalism and personalization. Thank you.
I'm Sandhya Anilkumar, and I'm from Ramaiah University. I started my career with the Taj Group of Hotels, and I guess I realized ideating with students would be a better thing that I can and I'm good at. So I've been in academia for about 25 plus years now, and of course, students are our clients, they are our customers, and we too, constantly try to innovate and try to see what we can do best in terms of personalization. Now, professionalism is good. I think we need to have it around, but not at the point of losing that personal touch like all my panelists were talking about. On the other hand, if we're looking at, personalization, I think we must make sure that we're not crossing the lines, as in let's not get into their privacy. Let it be a bit transparent. And only thing probably that we will lose out in personalization, if you're trying to overdo it, is probably some inconsistency can come into that, I think we yet to start our discussion, and once we start, I'm sure it'll be interesting, and we all will have our take on it. So thank you, Mr. Ralph. Over to you.
Thank you, Shalika, Payal, Ankit, and Sandhya. The round I want to start with each one of you is to talk about what we must have in personalization, or what we must not have, or what we must have in professionalism, and what we must not have or we can avoid. So I'll start with an example. Yesterday night I was in a restaurant called Tiamo. I don't know if any of you have been there. It's at the Conrad, Bangalore. And it's a restaurant which gives food in a slow cook process. And it's got one of the best ambiences in Bangalore. I don't know if any of you have been there. There's a wonderful water body, lot of fountains around, and a whole view to the Bangalore city with a lot of wonderful greenery. So the guy who was there, the people who were there were telling me that guests come here and they say, bring my food fast, I cannot wait. It's already 10 minutes. Where is my skewered chicken? Where is my bruschetta? Or where is my char grill pizza? You got the example? What we should do? Should we give the pizza in 10 minutes? Or allow it to slow cook and give it to the person, compromise on professionalism and concentrate on personalism? Or should we explain to the guest saying that this is a slow cook kitchen, kindly hold on, we will get your pizza and you will have a delicious meal after it. And more than that, going to Tiamo is not only to eat food, it is to engulf the environment and the ambience. Am I correct or not? So many people go to exotic places and they just, for example restaurants, they just want to gobble food and come out of it. Correct? That is not the point of paying money or going to a place for an experience that the Leela Bhartiya City Hotel has got a restaurant on the 21st floor, if I'm not mistaken. Last week, yeah? Falak, Indian restaurant. So when we went there, I said, after seeing this place, 2 hours no going out. You'll never get a view from here. Khana is complementing it. So both have to go together. So what is the good and the bad? So while you have a personalized service, you have to also have a professional approach to see that the delivery that the service industry gives, like in the aircraft, how the air condition should have been on to give a personalized service, but also talk good about that airline in a professional way. Both are equally important. So I will ask my panelists to talk about some of the must-haves in personalization and some of the must-haves in professionalism, so that we can all discuss and take it to the next level. Let me start this time from my left. I will start with Sandhya to start with.
I think what is really nice with Indian hospitality is, I think, the namaste. I think this is what Ralph Sunil sir also mentioned the other day. So, you go abroad and you don't see that happening at all, right? They may just look at your face and it's all technological and things get done very quickly. And it's like an exit from the reception. There isn't any conversation. There isn't even asking how you are today or anything like that. But I think the Indian namaste seems really, something that we should keep with us. I don't think I must say that. And when it comes to personalization, there's something called hyper-personalization, right? We go overboard. And at times we get so discreet in the sense, amongst a crowd, amongst a set of people, you try to be a little special to certain people in the name of personalization. I mean, that may not go down well with all the guests, right? Because we again are talking about being fair, being nice, and being, there's some kind of equity. But then when we go overboard, we forget. We're like pleasing one guest and not the others, probably. So, yeah, over-personalization is a no-no, and I guess sticking to our culture, sticking to our heritage, and seeing how we can make guests feel special, I think is a must. Thank you.
Okay, I will ask Shalika to say her views on this point.
Yes, I agree what Sandhya has said. Yes, we need to have the country that we are, the culture that we are. In the Indian culture, the Atithi Devo Bhav is that what we believe. And all the hotels in the country, although if they are even an international chain also, when they come to India, they adapt that culture and they impart those culture. And that's what is about our culture, to welcome our guests. However, at times our service should not overpower that. We also understand that there is a privacy, there is a personal space to a guest, and our service should not overdo that. And here is the balance where all leaders in the industry, we need to be there to bring that training and impart those knowledge and skill set to our next generation hoteliers and people, that yes, the guest is the most important, the customer and the guest is the most important person in our service industry. However, they also have their own personal space, and we do not come and cross that space, so that the guest should not feel uncomfortable and should not feel that the service is artificial. So service has to come from the heart. And if the service is from the heart, the guest will feel it. So we don't need to overdo it. We don't need to underdo it. We just need to keep it just the balance between the both. So
Okay, Shalika. So she's saying keep the balance correct and keep the culture intact, especially in the Indian context. Keep it intact. Payal, your views?
So I completely agree with what my panel members are saying, and instead of giving my views, I would probably try to give you an example of what professionalism with the touch of personalization means. So I work for DoubleTree by Hilton, and probably DoubleTree by Hilton is the only hotel in the entire chain of Hilton hotels, and probably all the hotels put together in the entire world, which has this special feature of giving a warm cookie welcome to every guest checking into the hotel. So we are being professional, we are checking in a guest, but we are giving a small gesture of personalization there. Every guest checking in gets a warm cookie welcome, and that is something which the guests take along with them. You know, it's like a memory for them always, and I think that is what is the balance which is really required.
Great, Payal. I'll ask you all some questions that maybe you want to answer and maybe participate. In the service industry, should punctuality be compromised for personalized service? Yes or no? Anybody can raise their hand. Should punctuality be compromised for personalized service? Yes or no? Whichever way you say, kindly substantiate your answer. Can we give a mic to them?
Namaskar everyone. My name is Rakesh. I am Associate Director Room for Class Exotica Bangalore. And it's a lovely question, sir. I believe we should not compromise on the punctuality. When I say time, it's a promise you are giving to the client. So if I say my check-in time is at 2 o'clock, and if I want to do something very special in the room, I can't say that you have to wait for half an hour time. Because I am giving you the promise that you will come at 2 o'clock and you will find your rooms. So we can't break on the timing at the cost of personalization.
Why?
Because sir, you are giving the promise to the guest that you will get at this point of time. My breakfast starts at 7 o'clock and I want to do the food festival today. I can't say I can't give you my breakfast at 7 o'clock. So today I'm doing the special thing. My breakfast will start at 8:30. I can't do that. If I promised you my breakfast start at 7 o'clock, I should keep my everything over there. Because it's a trust between me and my guest. And based on that, he's coming to my place. So,
Okay, thank you. Very good. Give him a round of applause. Anybody else who says yes or no? Anybody wants to add? Should we compromise punctuality for personalization? Nobody wants to answer. I will ask Ankit to tell an example of what he does almost every day in Goa. What happens in his services? Ankit, can you share a story?
Yeah, so very well said. Yes, we should not compromise on the punctuality from our side. But we happen to face this almost every day from our clients on the other side. So usually on the yacht. So suppose somebody has a booking from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening for a nice sundowner yacht, everything. And then they realize, okay, it's fine. Sunset is 6:30. I can reach by 5:30. It's very much okay. They reach by 5:30. They still expect us to do the yacht trip from 5:30 to 8:30. Extend the 30 minutes at no cost, free of cost. Not realizing it's them who have delayed it, and my crew, team, captain, everything is ready right from 15 minutes before the yacht trip actually. So in that case, we try to maintain that professionalism and tell them no, we cannot extend it and all these things. But as I said, our services offerings are creating lifetime memories, and these are not something which happens every day. So we at times tend to compromise on 20 to 30%. So in that case, suppose somebody's come at 5:30 instead of 5 o'clock for a 5 o'clock trip. So we will probably tell them, okay, we'll not make it till 8:30, but we can probably extend you till 8:15. We'll give you that 15 minutes of grace. And that's how we try to maintain that balance between professionalism and personalization.
Yeah, good, Ankit. So that's a live example where you have to balance. See, I will tell you another story. We were on a group tour. I'm sure all of you have gone on group tours to different places for sightseeing. I was on a group tour in China. So we were 26 of us, about 13, 14 couples. And every time, one couple used to come always late. Hota na aisa? Group tour na? Hope you are not that couple or that person who comes late. Because others take time, jaldi nahate hain, they quickly have their breakfast, they get ready, whatever, the ladies take extra efforts to get ready because it's a trip, fun trip and all that. But every time two times the Chinese people saw, they came late. Third time, they just left them and went. So with the bus left, we all left them and we went. And that couple started calling somebody in the bus. So the person said, we have had to go on time because you're going on a long trip. So otherwise we cannot wait for it. Everybody got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, though we had a late night, and they got ready. Only for you we are waiting. So anyway, the good part of it is the couple who lost out were brought by a different car and been made part of the group. But from that afternoon onwards, that couple was the first or second to jump in the bus. So while professionalism is very important, it is very important also to have rules. It's also important to have, sometimes we overdo. We, especially restaurant staff, hotel staff, service industry staff. I was telling the panel the other day, हमारा जो air hostesses है, or somebody we meet in the service industry, we take them as literally gulams. That means slaves. They have to compulsorily, अरे चिटकी लगाएगा इधर आओ, hey बाबू, come here, है ना? That's the way people treat them. So where should we draw the line? So I'll ask probably Payal to give your views. How should we treat staff in the service industry?
I think the basics for everybody remain the same. If you have the discipline in yourself and you value people as what they are, I think that comes through. So whether it is a professional staying in a hotel, a guest staying in a hotel, or you visiting a restaurant, and vice versa for the team members as well. I think that the basic values remain the same, that you have to treat each other with respect, no matter what. No matter how annoyed you are, no matter how agitated you may be, the service is delayed or whatever, you would still have to, that's the basics that is required. You still have to respect the person who is there in front of you, who is doing that service for you. And it probably goes down to all the industries, not only the hotel industry, I think so.
Shalika, any tips on this? Any takeaways how we should make guests treat staff better in the service industry?
I personally feel that anybody can make a beautiful hotel, but everybody cannot run a hotel without the staff. So as much as we need the guest in the hotel, we also need the staff in the hotel or in a hospitality. So our people are our key success for all of us if we are in this room, because somebody is doing their job right at that place, so we are here and relieved. Hence, it is very important to have dignity for the labor in our hospitality industry. We need to give respect. We need to understand they are human beings. They will, as human beings, we all tend to make mistakes, and mistakes will happen. As long as they are not repeating the same mistake again and again, there is always a chance to learn. And I have been taught at a very, very early stage of my career that it's okay a staff makes 365 mistakes in a year, because he or she ends up learning 365 new things. As long as they are not repeating, it's absolutely okay for a staff to make a mistake a day, because that's a learning a day that the person is carrying with them.
Great. Sandhya, you are dealing with a lot of students.
Yes.
So these students go out into the market and they are first exposed to this service industry. So what is your take on this? What are tips that you can give everybody, how they should behave, how the industry should behave?
Mr. Sunil, I think it all starts with attitude, And, in general, the notion about attitude is something that is negative, is what students think. They've always thought that when you say, oh, he has an attitude, that means it's negative. But that isn't the truth. Yeah, there is positive attitude. And these days, I think people don't like to hear this probably, to say that the generation that is there now are extremely, overconfident, and they are too bright. They know it all, everything at their fingertips, all utilities provided, all good. So they know a lot, but what they're really missing out is the attitude. So more than, giving them the technicalities of what food production is or services, I think personality development is what we should focus more on as they are moving to the industry. So that bridge between the classes or the classroom and the industry should be personality development, basically. Give them the right attitude, teach them how to behave, and I think that will do the magic. Technicalities will follow. I mean, they're all going to join the industry, they'll get trained, and a lot of unlearning happens again. But I think this attitude, that positivity has to happen, it has to come in. That's about it.
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head, which says that attitude makes everything proper. All of us have listened to this story, na? When we go to Singapore, we behave clean, yes or no? Everybody's got this story. When we go to a foreign country which is clean, apne aap, you become clean, you try to search for the dustbin even if it is 30 meters away, you try not to put trash, no spitting, nothing happens. No chewing gum. You cannot even put gum in Singapore, right? It is the environment that you need to create in a service industry and the attitude that you need to create. Like Sandhya and Shalika said, the staff, if they create this attitude, guests will automatically bring respect to the entire service industry. So that brings me to, am I clear in what I said? So the takeaway is that we as a chef, we as a service boy or a service staff, we as a housekeeper, we as a front office, or we as a air hostess, or we as whatever service industry we are doing, if we have professionalism built in us with an attitude, the guest also will turn, just like when you go to Singapore, you turn around. That is the thing that we have to take. If you become too low or you don't show professionalism, end of story. End of story. Then guest will never treat you properly. For example, I'll tell you one small story. My wife went to the Taj Coromandel in Chennai. I am telling you the hotel name because it's a real incident. She was at breakfast and she got a burnt toast. She called the waiter and said, burnt toast. Please give me another one. Second time, some other waiter bought another burnt toast and gave it to her. She said, nothing, it's not correct. She's also from the hotel industry. She said, no, I don't accept. Get me a non-burnt toast. Third time also, she got a burnt toast. Will the guest get upset or not? Any guest. Who made them upset? Non-professionalism. No personalization. No burnt toast. She just stood up, and it's so much so, she had to make a little noise because she's been in the teaching side and she's got more than 2,500 students in the industry. She said, this is not the way we are going to the industry. The GM had to come and then all apologies, blah, 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 jo bhi ho gaya. What triggered this is how the service industry behaves. So it's important that professionalism prevails in the service industry, not at the cost of personalization, but at the cost of the service industry, we should prevail. Am I clear in what I'm saying? I'll get you to a next subject, which I would like Ankit to take on. Are we scared of the CISF security guard in the airport? Yes or no? Very. How many people are scared of the CISF security guard? You can freely put your, we are only 20, 30 of us. Let us have a discussion. Who was scared of this CISF? So only one hand went up. Who is scared? Everybody is scared. Okay. Who is scared of the doctor when you go to the doctor? Who is scared of the doctor? So many people. Who is scared of the bank person who gives money to you when you go to the counter? We are all paying them. That security guard in the airport is getting salary because of our UDF that we pay in the airport. The doctor takes fees from us. Correct? No, the banker is giving my money back to me. But who is scared? We. Why? Because they have a stature. So, should the service industry make their guests scary, or should it be a way that it becomes more? Why should you be scared of a security officer in an airport? Ankit, thoughts?
So I think it's not about getting scared. People are not scared of them. It's just that, most of the times what happens, especially at the airports, is people feel that, oh, if I may leave something in my bag which is not accepted, or if I don't remove my belt, or if my shoes gives an alarm, I might have to do it again. I might waste my time. I might get late for the flight, or I might miss on the time at the lounge I will get. And for multiple reasons. So everybody is in that rush moment at the airport. So they're not scared that they're doing something wrong. They're scared that something wrong might happen through me, for which I might waste a lot of time at the airport. So I think now if you ask the question that are you really scared of the CISF, or are you scared of losing time at the airport, you might get different answers from the audience.
I'll ask Chef to speak and give his views. He raised his hand first. Mike, then please.
Hello everyone. So more likely we think the same, but I'm also scared sometimes there is a queue behind me. And they're like, please, please, aage chalo, please, please, finish it off. Are you traveling for the first time? You don't know how to pass through security area. You don't know you have to remove the belt or you have to remove the watch. So sometimes it gets really scary that what if this guy, Sara, please side mein aa jaiye, let everyone pass through, let them finish it off and we'll take you again. So those things are always in my mind whenever I travel through. So I keep it very light, a pajama and a t-shirt, no watch, no kada. Everything is in the bag so that I just pass through as quickly as possible. And obviously, there is no patience in that area. Everyone wants to just to pass through as quickly as possible. So that was my scary moment all the time.
Amazing. I'm really happy with your answer. I would just like to tell everybody, this is what is called cooperation and consolidation with the service industry. Correct? Na? I was also managing the Delhi airport previous to this current role. So Delhi airport, if you go for a flight which is at 6 o'clock, even if you go at 4 o'clock, you always have a scare, you will miss the flight, so much security. Why? People will come there with nariyal in their hand baggage. People will come there with 200 ml of perfume in their hand baggage. If all people came like chef, with pajama, no watch, no nothing, the queue would have been 10x faster, correct? So it will help CISF to help you. CISF same kaam karte karte, he will get his mood out after he sees the 100th passenger bringing things in spite of telling so many people. Correct? No, that is the way we have to have a collaboration between the industry and the system. So it's a big balance for us to have between professionalism and personalization when we go. But what happens in the service industry? CISF, because it's in uniform, we get scared. But when we go to a hotel, we take many people for granted. So it is important for us to make a pitch and behave as guests also properly. And also the CISF, like the CISF, be tough. The CISF doesn't compromise on his professionalism, correct? No, at no time. So if we do that, we will be very happy. I'm sorry? Yeah, please.
So when you said about, CISF being in that uniform and when you go to a hotel, so I would like to say something on that incident that happened on the yacht, and from there I started this as a part of the training. So a guest came on board, get them introduced, sir, this is the captain, and the way they meet the captain, because the captain is in the uniform, is like, giving all the honor and everything. And the moment they go on the upper deck and they order a drink or something, the whole attitude changes of the guest. Because he's no more talking to a captain, but talking to a server. So that actually triggered me a lot. And what I did was, instead of asking the server to serve it, I asked the server, make the drink. But I went to the guest and I took the drink along with me and I served to the guest. And the guest like, oh sir, aap kyun kar rahe? Why are you doing that? No, we can take it. So that has become a part that every time we have a yacht trip, we make sure a manager goes on board and does that so that the guests don't tend to treat the server in a different way as to what he's treating a captain or the manager on board. So that is something which really puts an impact on a lot of people, the kind of uniform. But I think this is one way we can change the attitude by being on the side of the server to the guest, so that the guest feels a little humiliated but understands the lesson.
Excellent. So he gave a very, very prompt and very precise example which brings the balance between professionalism and personalization. Both are important, but we have to bring the balance. If we lose it, then the guests will take us for a ride. If we do over of it, then we are not doing a service industry activity. Am I clear in what I'm saying? Thanks, Tina, for personalized service of all the jamun juice that you have given us on the stage. Really nice. So personalization really helps. Like Sandhya said, when you go to a hotel, if everybody tells you namaste, 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 you feel nice or not? Everybody will feel nice. When the air hostess doesn't say a good morning or good afternoon when you enter the aircraft, you feel bad. So personalization is important. There's no need to do that. But that is what is required. That takes me to the next question. in service industry, it's not only hotels, airports or hospitals, also corporates everywhere. So I'd like to start with Sandhya, especially outside the hotels. Forget hotels because you pay for it. Okay. You pay for a service. Sometimes people demand more than they pay. In offices, I will give an example that then you can start.
Okay. Okay.
I had an office which was very swanky office, but the people who came there were from the local, from the B city. So we put this toilet rolls in all the toilets. Toilet rolls, all of you know? So in the ladies' washroom, but what I saw, suddenly in 1 week, I am not exaggerating, in 3 cubicles, 3 washrooms, in 1 week, 230 toilet rolls khatam ho gaya. How many? 230 toilet rolls got over. I said, what people are doing here? How they are using the toilet roll? You know? So I had my female colleagues and we tried to make a small study, and we saw many of the users who came were only taking bales of toilet roll just to clean the seat. Just to clean the seat. And one toilet roll, one person, and there were many ladies who made that as a bed to sit on. They used to make the toilet roll as the bed and sit on that. You are understanding what I am saying?
Yes.
So what I did was, we removed all the toilet rolls from the office. So some people came to me. About 8-10 ladies came to me and they said, sir, ये toilet. मैं बोला घर पे क्या करते हैं आप लोग? कितना toilet use करते हैं? What do you do? Office you spend, the rest of the time you spend in the house. That's all. End of story. They went back and we did. So the question I'm asking Sandhya, I'm just giving an example to prod everybody to think.
Okay.
Sometimes are we overdoing in the service industry? Are we doing too much? Are we doing beyond what the guest wants?
The thing is, Mr. Ralph, you did something nice, that was providing toilet rolls. I mean, in Indian scenario, we don't really see anybody doing much of that because we know how people just drag it, like you said, rolls of it and put it on the seat and others. But then taking it back is a bit of a trouble, I guess. Once you give something, so probably the best solution would have been, offer toilet seat covers. You get those paper disposable ones and get people used to that. Or, this could be bad, but write a, board there, please lift the seats before and after or whatever that is, so that the seats are not wet for the next person to sit and use, right? So, so once you start giving something, then to retrieve it back may not be a good idea. You can work on it, minimize probably the numbers just to fit into our budgets, but I think we should still stick to a bit of personalization. It's better to be there. Yeah.
So are we? My question was not this.
Are we overdoing?
Anywhere.
A lot of places we are overdoing. A lot of places, and that gives the guest the liberty to ask for more again, right? Or like we gave it last time, and this time that is what I said in the beginning. The problem is there are inconsistencies then in personalization. So you gave it to me last time, you never gave it to me this time, so I'm bound to get angry, little upset about it. Probably your situation is such that you decided to stop that service anymore, but then that doesn't go down well with me. So yes, we do a lot of overdoing at times. Like Shalika started and said in the beginning, there has to be a balance, simple as that. We achieve a balance, then we're going to keep the guests happy as well.
Shalika, your thoughts?
So I'll talk something apart from the hotel. Like when initially we all started flying, there was many time when the emergency seats were vacant in the plane, and hostess will offer us the seat with the extra leg space. We took it granted. We all of us started taking it for granted, and today you can see in India, for every seat you have to pay extra. So it's one of the example of, earlier we used to go to airport and we ask for a window seat and an aisle seat. Today you see Indigo doesn't allow you to do that because your price point of selling, buying the ticket or them selling a ticket is the promise that they give you that they will make you to reach to your destination on time. And as their brand promise to the customer, they are fulfilling. But they never promised us that they will give you extra seat on a window seat, on an aisle seat. But we as a customer started demanding as our birthright that, you know, I am single, you please give me a window seat. But that's how we are. We as a customer started overdoing it. We are asking more than what we are paying for it. So it's one of the examples apart from the hotels. Just hotels, we've spoken. So I thought I'll give example apart from the hotels. It's something that I think the clear example of customers, what they pay, they should demand the same. So our service here differ when the demand is more than what we are paying for them.
Okay, great. We'll go to the last section of our discussion because I plan to stop by 12:15. The last section is rapid fire questions. It's for the audience as well as for the panelists. Whoever wins the rapid fire, at the end of it, you will get a voucher or the panelist will get a hamper. I don't know where the hampers are. You can bring the hampers here and you can keep it. Okay, so shall we start? I will start with the first question. Which industry should be more personal than the other industry? So all service industries should have personalized service, which should be more or more. The options are hospital, hotel, airline, corporate. Which should be which industry should have more personalization? And why in one sentence? Audience question. Anybody wants to answer, put up your hand. Okay. Mic is coming behind. Which industry should have more personalized service than the other? Hospital, hotel, corporate or airline?
In my point of view, hospital should be more personalized because in hospital, most of the time your near and dear one is not there because you're in the ICU, you are on the mercy of the hospital. So that should be the more personal place. Because hotel and other places you are with your family, your loved ones, so you have someone to look after.
Okay, I am giving one more person a chance. Okay, you want to answer?
Thank you very much. My name is Romy Furtado. I'm from Bombay and I'm into the entertainment and event business. I'm standing here because of that. I feel all the four industries have equal importance. In my opinion, every of those industries, what you name, whether it's hospitality or the hotels or the hospital, every one of them has a role to play. And every customer is important to them. The situation would differ, but I think that is my opinion. Thank you very much.
So you are very diplomatic. You never give an answer. I want a straight answer. Anybody else wants to try? Still one more chance. Any of the panelists? You want to say?
In my case, I would say corporate because that's what we believe in. As a corporate, we are very personalized to all our employees. I'll give you a small example that we're doing on this Sunday, which is the 16th, Father's Day. So what we did is we have a ranch very close to Bangalore and we have actually kept it sold out. And what we did was absolutely kept it sold out for all the employees as a champion's dad. Welcome them, everybody. Give a very personalized service. We have got them personalized notes made for them. We got personalized cakes for them. So that really improves the productivity of the employees is what I feel at Champions. So we really focus on that.
Okay, great. We'll stop. We'll go to the next question. There's no right or wrong, but every industry, like Romy said, requires it, but some industries require more. Like hospital, for example. Just to tell you, hospital should be more professional because guest, अगर डॉक्टर ने बोला दाल खिचड़ी खाओ और गेस्ट ने बोला मेरे को मैंगो आइसक्रीम चाहिए, दे सकते हैं हॉस्पिटल में? Can we give? Professionalism needs to be on the top. Airline needs to be highly professional because you're flying one person from a destination to another. Corporate, again, very good. You have to have lot of personalization. But I feel personally, So we can all agree, disagree. There's no right answer. The hotel is the place where you have to be because it's another home for you. You know? Guests can ask anything under the sun. You can ask for a bubble bath. You can ask for an extra pillow. You can ask for istri to be done. Anything to be done. You can ask, if there is dal khichdi, you can ask for 10 mango ice creams. No problem, because there is no boundary or control in a hotel in general. Okay. The next question I will ask Payal, is upgrades a must in all places if there is availability? Upgrade of anything like a room or a seat in an airline or any upgrades?
No, I don't think upgrade is a must. Everybody, obviously, whoever is coming and staying with you or whoever is flying with you has paid for what they want. An upgrade comes in as an extra facility for maybe something to do with a situation that has occurred wherein you think that the guest is required to, you're supposed to make it right for the guest in some way or the other. When I say make it right, in the sense that there's something untowardly happened and you do not want to lose that customer. I'm purely talking from the hotel perspective right now, or maybe from airline perspective, that an upgrade comes in to picture probably when you do not want to upset the guest beyond a certain limit, under circumstances which were not in your control. While an upgrade otherwise is, I think, not a mandatory thing at all.
Okay, thanks Payal. So that's Payal's view. All of us have our views. Again, there is no right answer to it, but it's a question that we need to think. So upgrade is a personalized activity by an industry or a service area to endear the guest. This is an audience question. It's a little controversial, but I don't have any meaning behind it or any motive behind it. Should religious photos be allowed in official places? Yes or no? For example, in a car, in everybody's desk, or in every professional area, should religious photos be allowed or not allowed? Many of us come through this, yes or no? You have controversial answer. Okay, you can say, there's no problem. Anybody wants to answer from the audience? Yeah, we have one gentleman there.
Hi, good morning, sir. I am Rishabh from Trident. So, an answer to this is yes, we should allow, because this, see, at any point of time, when you're at your workplace or any other place, that is sort of like a home for you for at least 9 to 10 hours. So, in a place to be like that, I think you feel you need to be a bit of on the home side, and you need to have a bit of sentiment where your employee feels comfortable. If the employee does not feel comfortable, there will be a drop on the sentiment and the productivity part at a certain point of time. There may be a time that, any other colleague or a boss may have given them a battering. So they may feel to confide in something, and it's not really a thing that they may go to some other colleague to confide in. They may just be a bit religious and just pray to God or do something like that on their desk in their personal space, which can have a bit of a positive impact in the overall working.
Okay, great. In an office environment, you feel that we should allow religious sentiments to flow. I am still asking on a professional or an official area. So that office is a very personalized desk. In a car, for example, should we allow all cars to have religious sentiments? Not personal car. Let's say Fab Cars or a car company. Is the question that you should think for yourself. That is a question that I am posing. We have an answer for the personalized space in an office. I will go to the next question. I will ask Sandhya to answer this. Robots, the future of service industry. What are your thoughts?
110%. Now, fortunately for me, this question is good because we've been working on AI and technology in, that would be the future basically. And what we found from studies and from survey that we conducted was that, it's a very research oriented this was, and people told us that, in the next 5 years, we're definitely going to see people completely moving to robotics maybe, or something like retrofitting, little here, little there types. But certainly it is going to be the in thing. And, but yes, where is the personalization in robotics? That's the only concern. That's a big question. We need to think about it. And we definitely cannot let that personal touch miss. I mean, it can't be missing, so robotics will happen, but let's save personalization as well. That's
Great. Ankit, you had something to say?
Yeah, I want to add to that. It's very, very well said, and I'll just summarize in one line. Today, airplanes can fly without a pilot. It can take off, it can land, it can fly, everything can happen. But are you willing to get on a plane without a pilot? So that summarizes it.
Very good. So the last question, so that we can wrap up and summarize. Last question for the audience. What do you want? What do you prefer? Tips or service charges? What should be done? Tips or service charges? In the industry, what should the service industry adopt? Nobody has an answer? Which is better all around? So he's got an answer.
This comes with a bit of personal experience, the answer to this question. So when you go about a service charge, that is, see, at any point of time you say that it is the restaurant's discretion, or you may or may not want to pay it. But what happens is, as a default, it comes on the bill. And when it comes on the bill, there is a chance that maybe a guy wants to pay a bit of a tip in a way, but when they see that charge, they feel offended by it at a certain point of time, because that is not somewhat of a mandate at any point of time. However, a tip is something that really comes out of the heart of a person. If they enjoyed a meal, they enjoyed the service, there was some kind of personalization over there, and at a point of time, it has no cap. Service charge has a certain cap, 10%, 5% any point of time. But when you give a service, the guy may pay $100 or the guy may pay even $5,000 on top of it. So that becomes more personalized, more heart to heart particularly, and again that may give an offbeat chance of an additional revenue to that particular employee or to the whole restaurant, as and when the tip system goes in the working.
Okay, that's a very straight answer to say that adopt to tips, not to service charges. So that's nice of you to be so straight. So ladies and gentlemen, we don't have more time. I hope all of you enjoyed this panel, and I would like to appreciate each one of my panelists, Shalika, Payal, Ankit and Sandhya, for joining me on this panel, and all of you, so that we could speak something relevant to the industry, have an open discussion, look at all the hidden rats or elephants or mouse in the room that can come up. The panel is just to inculcate or evoke ideas into everybody's mind, so that when you go back, we can all of us trigger and make our industry a much better place to work, with a great balance of professionalism and personalism. And just to finish what Sandhya said about the robotics, all of us have microwaves in our oven, in our house, microwave ovens in our house, all of us have got. But believe me, the mother's hand cannot be replaced by a microwave oven. Thank you very much, and let us continue our journey to make the world a better place. Thank you, each one of you, for making this panel, and thanks to the world of hospitality for doing a good job. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you.
The hampers, I have 2 vouchers to be given. Where is that gentleman? So one to you and one to that gentleman there. So Ankit, you can do the honors. First you come and collect.
Oh, Mr. Ralph has come with prizes as well.
Yeah,
Great,
sure.
good incentive. And I agree with you, Mr. Ralph, that panel discussions like these are, we want to open conversations and dialogues regarding these challenges and go back home, think about it and see how we can make that difference. Thank you very much for a very absolutely interesting panel. Yeah, yeah, can you
Come.
he's calling.
What's your name? Rakesh. Rakesh, come.
So round of applause for Mr. Rakesh.
Come this way.
किसको बोला? Okay, fine. And he is from Trident Group. Yeah. Your name? Rishabh. Rishabh from Trident Group. Trident. Okay. So, Mr. Ralph, now it is our turn to felicitate you. May I call upon Pratik from my team to please present a plaque to Mr. Ralph Sunil. A huge round of applause for our moderator who really had to steered the discussions very ably and interestingly. We have Sandhya Anilkumar. Thank you, ma'am, for your presence and for your insights. We have Mr. Ankit Choudhary. We have him on a panel this time. So yes, thank you, Ankit, for being here. Yeah. Ms. Shalika Sharma. Thank you, Shalika, ma'am. From Taj, Bangalore. She is a EHK. Please some round of thank you. And then we have Ms. Payal Joshi from Doubletree by Hilton, Bengaluru. And for our panelists, Ankit has got something interesting also as a gift. So we'll ask Ankit to tell us something about it. Yeah, Ankit, if you want to say something.
So, Ralph sir just asked me, "Aur bhi hai kya?" So, sir, we come from an industry of happiness, and we believe that we are in the industry of delivering happiness. So, I don't leave an opportunity to keep giving more and more to the industry and to the people who contribute to the industry. So, always happy to do that and create happiness.
And now Shalika also has got something for our panelists from the Taj. So she wanted to give something, yeah. Yeah. Personalization, right. Something. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for the lovely audience. Thank you, sir, for giving us all of us a wonderful opportunity to be here. It's a small token of love from the professionals to the professionals.
So I'll say a note on that. When she said professionals to professional, I'll say that personalization should be earned, and that's the right way of getting personalization. Earning can be done in multiple ways. It could be through royalty programs. It could be by creating that gesture for the person who is there in front of you. If you go to a bar and say, "Hey George, can you make my drink?" The person gets happy, that you remember his name, and he will actually make sure to do that extra effort and make your drink better than what he would do at every time. So personalization should be earned is what my take on this.
So thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for the very interest. Yeah, we'll need a group photograph, please. Just with your plaques, it'll be nice. Thank you. After this, we have a very, very interesting master class coming up by Dr. Nitin Nagrale. The industry knows him very well. He is going to talk on the 5 R's of procurement management. Now, what does those 5 R's stand for? You all need to be in this room to find out. So, calling all purchase managers who are visiting our stalls outside, we just need you in here for 45 minutes. Please make your way to the conference hall. We are about to start in 5 minutes. Thank you.